Hey guys, I'm gonna do a creepypasta story now. Okay. It was a normal day in Jamal. I was chatting with some buddies. Then I got a jamagram. It said, come and dance around the fire to see this mirror, the bird alpha. So then I replied saying, okay. Then I told my buddies that I was chatting with, and they were asked, can we come? And I said, sure. So then we went to my friend and we started dancing around the fire. Then a whole bunch of other friends came, and then a whole bunch of other jammers came and danced around the fire too. Then suddenly, Mira came out of the fire, looking down at all of us. Then suddenly, there was somebody up by the flag shop. They had caught on fire, and we don't. And suddenly, a jammer had caught on fire, but no, they weren't even near the fire. They weren't even near the fire. They were over up by the flag shop. Then, and then the jammer came running down, saying, "Help me! I'm on fire!" But no other jammer bothered to come to help the other jammer. The poor jammer burned to dust. Then suddenly another jammer had caught on fire. They were over by the Syrupia theater. We don't know how this is happening. Then suddenly my screen turned black. I don't know why it happened. As it grew brighter and brighter, as it grew brighter and brighter, as it grew brighter and brighter, I looked around. I saw another jammer, but that had burned to the ground. And then suddenly my screen had turned black again, and then it went back to normal. Then I looked around. Then I looked around. I just saw another jammer that had burned to the ground again. Then for the third time, my screen had turned black. As it went back to normal, 3 of my buddies were burned to the ground as to dust. Then I asked my friend, "I miss you, Cupcake." I asked her, "Cake, did you see what happened?" And she said, "Yes, I did see what happened." "Do you know what's happening?" And she said, "No, I don't. What's happening?" I said, "I don't know what's happening." Then suddenly my screen had turned black for the 4th time. As it grew back, to normal size, Cake was burned as well. I was like, "No." Well, I said, "No, who's doing this?" Then suddenly Mira came out of the fire pit again. She's asked, I was the only jammer alive. I was the only jammer in the forest that hasn't been burned. I asked, the Mira said, "Why, hello there, fellow jammer." And I said, "Hi, hello, Mira." She said, "Hello." I asked Mira, "What? Did you do this? Did you burn the jammers?" She said, "Yes, I did." I asked, "Why did you do this?" She said, "They deserve it." I asked, "What did they ever do to you?" She said, "Nothing. They just deserve it." So then I ran into Jamal, warning everybody to log off and don't come back on until this is over. I told them, run, log off. Mira is after you." They said they didn't believe me. They all laughed. They all laughed at me, and I said, "No, believe me." Then suddenly, there's another jammer that had burned to fire and also burned to dust. Then I asked, Now do you believe me? They were like, yes. They said yes. They all logged off. I refreshed. I looked at all the servers. They were all empty, including Alden was empty. Not a single server was full. I I clicked the server that I was on before, and I went back to the fort. I was in Jamal. Then suddenly I heard flapping. Lots of flapping. I looked up. I, my snow leopard looked up. She said, she looked up. She saw Mira. She saw Mira. She's, my snow leopard said, Mira, please don't do this to me. She didn't reply. Then I got turned into my eagle, and she took me somewhere. I wasn't. I didn't. I tried to move my arrow keys. I tried to move my mouse, but I could not move my mouse at all. I tried moving. I tried moving. I couldn't. My eagle could not move. She just followed Mira wherever she went. Then my eagle was talking. I wasn't even typing. Then suddenly Mira said, "We're here," and it looked a lot. It looked a lot like the Sierra forest. Then 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 I could finally move and talk. Then I asked Mira, Mira, where have you taken me? She didn't reply. She said she said then she said then I heard say, "I'm sorry I have to do this." She My screen turned black for the 5th time. It went back to normal. My eagle had burned to the ground. Then I heard, before she burned to the ground, I heard a slight, "Help me," and then my screen went black again. She she said, "I'm sorry I had to do that." Then she stared right at me through my screen. I was like, "Mira, please don't do this to me. Please don't do this to me." She said it again. "I'm sorry I have to do this." She came out of my screen. She came out of my computer. My I ran for my life, and I ran and ran. I couldn't. She caught me. I was like, "Mira, please don't do this to me. Please don't do this to me. Please." She said, "I'm sorry I have to do this." She put me on fire, and I burned to the ground, into dust. That was the end of me. Sorry about the few mistakes. It's my first creepypasta story. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye. Fuzzy Tiger out.